right, boys. Let me get my mind right. Got back from Vegas yesterday morning. Me and Alex both took red eyes back from Vegas Sunday night, and I drove all day Monday from Cincinnati to Wisconsin, where I'm getting ready to go to my boy Matt Bruner's shop, Bruner Fabrication, which is where he bends up all my travel brackets and stuff. So I'm picking up a 60 kits of the new and improved S10 G-body long travel brackets, and then also picking up some brand new motor plates, not motor plates, but lift plates that actually Matt himself designed, that he was gonna sell, and he's like, oh, I don't have time to do this. So I'm actually gonna buy them off him and then be welding and selling them myself. They're called punch plates. They look pretty cool. They look kind of like brass knuckles. But I'm gonna be stopping by Trick Chassis on my way back south, because Trick is going to buy a certain amount of travel brackets, and then heading back to Colt's house to work on Johnny. So been a very busy few days, but I wouldn't have it any other way, because I'm just out here living. Vegas was cool. I've never been to a NASCAR race, so we got special treatment and got to go do like sweet stuff and go to all these cool places in Vegas, thanks to Alex's sponsor, Pennzoil. So it was a great time there. Now it's back to work, back to the hustle, trying to make the money to get Uncle Sam rebuilt. That's my motivation and drive behind it all. So yeah, getting ready to go to Matt's. I'm gonna stop and get me some coffee, and just gonna keep on keeping on. So it's colder here than it's been anywhere I've been in the past month, so that's fun. It's funny because we went to Vegas. It was cold in Vegas, and then went to Indiana, went to Cincinnati, and then drove through Indiana where it was warm, which was weird. And now I'm back into the Arctic. So a lot of diversity. I just want to video how fast it is. Your new one's gonna be faster? Yeah, 5 times faster. I don't have video of the last one here, but we never actually made a video of it. All right, boys, back at Colt's. I got new trailer axles from my buddy Colin. He hooked me up because I told him the wrong axles, but he was nice enough to meet me, replace them with some big 6,000-pound boys. So I should have plenty of axle for my trailer now. I've got the biggest shipment of long travel brackets I've ever had, and I've got back here some new lift plates that I'm going to be making that actually Matt Bruner himself designed, and I just bought the whole shipment because he doesn't have time to mess with them. So I went to Bruner's, got all my parts, went by Trick Chassis. He bought like 25 kits of the long travel brackets to ship to his customers, and then I headed back here. So now I'm back to Colt's, and we're gonna be doing the Marty boxes and Johnny Cash. So first time doing Marty boxes. It's gonna be interesting. I know a lot, I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory on how to put them in, but I think we're gonna brace some stuff up while we're in there, because Johnny doesn't even have like subframe connectors or anything. So who knows what all we'll get into while we're cutting and grinding and how far we're going to take this. But today's the start of whatever we're getting into, and we're getting into it. So let's get into it. Come on.
Instincts going low, looking bad like a bat with an eye patch. All black through the woods with a backpack and a lit match. Spark one time, get the whole city looking like a dark shade of orange when I burn it down. What it is, what it do, whole clique getting live on the talk of the town. Lemon City had a mouth and it wouldn't shut up. On a hunt for a crown, when I get it, I'm a burner, cause nobody in the game right now even deserve it. What I need a crown for anyway, I should have a halo the way that I made a penny turn to gold. And a penny for your thoughts, I bet a penny for your soul. You know you want the riches and the money and the fame, so take a bite of the fruit if you choose. Let the juice drip down, then it wait to a pie full of gold. In a house up on a lake, 10 holes on the grapes, new clothes, and a row full of J's and a lemon in the garage. Looking like a zoo in here, whole crew in here. What it do in here? Think I lost my mind. Loose screw in here, then I walk outside, and everybody looking at me while I got them all in my sights. Picking them off.
Dang, bud. Think she ran a little warm?
A little spring cleaning.
Oh my gosh. Look at all the gravel in there. And to think this was a Maliboost radiator that cost 60 bucks. It's a Honda radiator. This thing's seen some stuff. Look at all that. Look at our trans cooler. Funny thing is, trans never ran hot.
Daylight in the night, and I'm killing so many if they really want to get involved. And everybody falling in the elevator. Now I'm bright rice in this. It's like I'm rice and take a bite. It's nice and I have a nice time with it. By the time that it finds the way to the right side of him, not even a Heimlich can save him. A selective finger to you imbeciles. Tell me what's been getting into you. Envy will kill you.
All right, now we got basically Johnny gutted. He's all Nickky. He's all Nickky. We have to. We got to unbolt these plates. So the guy that actually built the cage and stuff, he ran bars from the cage down to the floor right here, plated the floor, and then bolted these plates, sandwiched those plates between, sandwich the torque boxes between these plates and the plate on the floor that's gusseted by the bar. So that's the reason why these have had no issues. But we need more adjustability. So basically what I got to do, or what we're going to do, is unbolt these. Then we got to drill out all these tack welds, cut all this stuff down, take these two torque boxes out, take this whole torque box piece out, and then drill and cut all of this out also. Because we got these fancy rigs right here that are going in. Shout out to Mr. Merillat for these fancy pieces. We're going to get Johnny. Johnny's getting a makeover. So we're going to start cutting and grinding and drilling and basically just eating dirt for probably the rest of the day, but it's all going to be worth it.
Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling.
Just covered in grind film. But the top boxes are out and the placement of where it's going to go is mostly clean. These, I think, are going to be even harder than that. So Cole went and got some more spot weld drill bits because we went through so many already and we used them all up. But I'm getting ready to test fit this bad boy for its first trial fit, and then tack that before I start cutting on these, because I don't want, not that I think anything will move, but I don't want it to move. So, and also this is where our support bars land, so I'm gonna see if I can actually bolt the new boxes to here just like the old boxes were. I'm hoping I can. That way that makes supporting the new boxes easier. So I'm gonna get to it.
I'll keep hustling.
tonight. We got these boxes welded in there. Truck, yeah. Now this was supposed to be the easy part. Now we got the hard part tomorrow, which is those boxes. More cutting, more grinding. Back at it this morning, come on. I'm going to lower Johnny, move these bad boys somewhere out of my way. I don't know where yet because, excuse me, I have to get to chopping these bad boys out. So that way I can put the rear end back in this thing and it can be a roller again. So I'm going to move the lift and figure out exactly how much to cut this out, where to cut it out, and how many spot weld drill bits I'm going to go through. I have no idea. But I gotta get to it in case I need to go get more. I can go buy out the other Harbor Freight because we've already bought out every spot weld drill bit in a 76-mile radius from this shop. So I'm gonna get to it, back on it. Day 2 of the Marty boxes. Yesterday we spent doing a lot of other cleanup stuff anyway. So normally I bet if you had the car gutted, you could do these all in a day, but we just didn't get that far. So gonna get to it. That way I can get the new boxes in. I'm adding gussets to here from where the old plates are on the floor. I'm gonna put a plate here, bolt the plate where the old bolts were going through the plates on the inside that have the down bars from the cage. I'm gonna bolt another plate right here and then run a gusset from that plate to this bar. That way this has a little more bracing, just because, I mean, right now it's just kind of hanging out there, and no matter how sturdy these things are, it still needs some sort of brace, I believe. So we're gonna land another bar to it, and then, like I said, do the lower boxes, which I've heard the lower boxes are actually harder. So I'm prepared for the worst, hoping for the best, and I'm gonna get after it. Look at all that rubber. Good gracious. Good golly, Miss Molly, look at all that. Come on. Undercoating for free. All right. I got one completely cut, cleaned, and tacked in. So I basically just centered this piece exactly where the holes, the hole was to get to the other bolt, and then drew out my square and then cut that and then use that to center those my new bolt holes. And then they give you this fancy cover piece to put on it, because you gotta open her up a bit so you can get to all your new holes. And then I just kind of clamped it around. Obviously there's a little bit of gaps. I'm sure not every frame, Mustang Fox body frame's the same, because they've all been tweaked a little bit. I'm not sure if I can actually weld that or not. I might spot weld that with a MIG, but this frame honestly did not want to weld very well either. So I'm gonna have to clean that up a bit more. I might end up MIGging that too, because the TIG just did not like it. Weld all that in there. Try to weld up there, but there's a big gap, but still be able to weld back here, all along here, up into there, and try to tack weld, just spot weld a few of those on. But one side down, it's 1 o'clock. Got out here at 9, so I'm gonna get busy on the other side because I still got a lot to do. I have to head back to Arkansas tonight, so come on with it. Okay, both torque boxes lowers are welded in, and I just got to finish these two little window frames with TIG, but I ran out of sorry, my lungs are filled with junk. I ran out of tungsten because I tried to weld these over here to the body, and it just kept blowing up because it's like galvanized or something, just this nasty sheet metal. So I ended up MIGging a lot of that, and then it actually worked a lot better. So Colt ran to grab me some tungsten. I can finish welding these bad boys in, and then the boxes are completely in. I guess besides my braces I still got to do up here. But after that, they're done. We're done. So I'm going to get to making these pieces right here, my little pieces that are going to bolt on there with the gussets. And then after that, we can test fit the rear end, because I've got, so we run the the TMZ short upper control arms, which is changes the instant center deal, and I want to stay with those, but they don't have much side to side, and I think the Marty boxes might be a little bit moved over compared to factory locations, so I'm not sure if they're going to fit or not. From what I could tell, it looks like they're moved over, so we'll see. We're all done, boys. Hey, Colt. Yeah, it's got Marty's boxes under it.
It's got Marty's in it.
Me and Colt were talking about when you're at the racetrack and somebody asks you about your four-link suspension or what you got, and you're like, well, what do you got in your car? And they're always like, well, it's got Marty's boxes, or it's got Marty boxes under it, or, it's got Marty's. What suspension? Oh, it's Marty's.
It's got Marty's ass under it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got Marty boxes in it now. So
just go straight.
We could say that now. Me and him can say that.
Hey, Marty's in the rear of it.
What torque box you got? Oh, they're Marty's. They're Marty's. So we're gonna see if the rear end fits, and then I'm gonna shower and sleep or leave. I don't know which one yet. Come on.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, hey, on the road, here we go, yeah, we win it.
All right, the verdict's in. Obviously, we're gonna set the car a lot lower than that, but I think we're gonna be able to use those upper control arm to still use the TMZ deal with the Marty boxes. So I'll just have to play with pinion angle a little bit. But pretty freaking awesome. It's a lot of work done in 2 days. Come on with it. But that's all, folks. We're outro. Time to clean up. Get some rest.